Hello lovely dancers, my name is Aisha and welcome back to belly dance tutorials. Today I'm gonna do some stretching exercises for the shoulders. As dancers, it's very important to pay attention to our shoulders, maintain them flexible and stretched and in a good dancing posture. What happens in time if we don't work on that, especially if you have a day job that involves computer or sitting at a desk, our shoulders will tend to move forward, roll inward. Of course, this area tends to close in. The muscles on the neck are gonna be stiffer and shorter. So we have to address all these things in our stretching exercises. Again, in basic posture, we want the shoulders to be back and down. So you push your shoulders back and down. But it's very important to add a slight rotation in the shoulders. Yeah, so see the difference? Back and down, and with a rotation out. Yeah. It's a much better posture, much better position. So in today's stretching, we're gonna go over all these things and we're gonna try to maintain our shoulders nice and open and flexible. So let's get going. First of all, let's do a quick warm-up. So we'll do some shoulder rotation from front to back, front, up, back, down, front, up, back, down. So try to touch all these 4 points in space. Don't skip any of them. And other way. Back, up, front, down, back, up, front, down. And continue with the circle from back to front a few times. All right. Let's do some big arm circle. With one arm from front to back, other arm from front to back. Front to back, front to back, like swimming. We'll do a few of these. And now together. And now from back to front, a few of these, like swimming forward. And then together. This is just a really quick warm-up. For these stretching exercises, I want to use a belt. This is my yoga belt, but you can use a simple clothing belt, long enough. So yeah, this is a clothing belt, but I'm gonna use my yoga belt. So first of all, let's try this exercise to test how much opening you already have in the shoulders. So if you want to bring the hands back and interlace the fingers, and now try to stretch your elbows until they are completely straight. Yeah. So see if you can do that. It looks like this. So the shoulders are back and down and elbows are stretched completely. Now, if you feel like you don't have the ability to stretch your elbows completely, that means probably that your opening in the shoulder is not 100%. And for that, you will use the belt. So, whatever belt you have, you can just hold on to the belt in the back here, like this, wherever you can stretch the elbows. It might be here, might be here, might be here, but make sure that your elbows are stretched. This is how we create opening in the shoulders, and this is how we stretch our shoulders. So let's do that. If you need a belt, have the belt. If you don't need a belt, just keep the fingers interlaced here. And what we're gonna do is to fold forward and raise the arms back. That's all. Just raise the arms back. And come back up. And shake. And now let's do the same thing, but we will fold over a little more. So have your fingers interlaced here in the back with a little bit more distance between the legs. And you fold a little more and bring the arms over the head as far as you can. Let them hang there. Use the belt if you need to, as long as you have the elbows straight. It's very important. All right, come back up. Now for each position that I'm describing here, you want to keep it for 20 to 30 seconds. I'm gonna go a little faster in the video. All right, so we have our shoulders assessment. Now let's move on, and we will do for the next exercise. We'll do some stretching in the armpit area and shoulders by leaning toward a vertical surface. This is a column here, but you can use the corner of the wall or a door frame. So wherever you have the surface here, and you can push forward. So I have my arm along this vertical surface with the elbows stretched, straight elbows, and then you just push forward and stay here for a little bit. You can just pause the video when you need a little bit more time, and then come back up, and other arm here. So I am placing my arm on this vertical surface. A door frame is good. And I push forward. So I want my body to be in front of my arm. All right? And we stay here for 20 to 30 seconds. This is a gentle stretch. Okay. Ideally, you want to repeat each exercise 2 or 3 times. Now another stretch for the shoulders and even the neck and upper chest is to use a wall. Turn your face to the wall. Your arms are up here, stretched on the wall. And have maybe a foot or two away, stand a foot or two away from the wall, and then you just lean forward here. Lean forward. This is the first step. Now we will come farther from the wall, little by little. So the distance between arms is where you feel comfortable, but not too far. We don't want the arms here. So really almost vertical or perpendicular to the floor. But it shouldn't be too strenuous. Now again, so I'm moving farther apart from the wall, and I'm leaning forward against the wall. Make sure that your pelvis is tucked in. So I don't want my pelvis to stick out like this. It's tucked in, and then you just lean against the wall, and this is pretty intense already. All right, and don't forget to maintain it 20 to 30 seconds. If you want to add some neck stretching to this, you come a little closer to the wall and then put your chin on the wall. Yeah. So your chin and your chest, or your chest, depending on your flexibility and body type, will press against the wall. All right. So this is a way to add a little bit more of the neck stretching. All right. Next exercise for the shoulders. I'm using the wall again, and I'm keeping my arm up vertical on the wall, and I'm just leaning slightly against the wall. And make sure that your armpit is open and kind of turned toward the wall, and your shoulder blade is down. All right, so this is a vertical stretch on the wall. You keep it for a little bit. And now we will move to the horizontal stretch. Yeah. So your arm is horizontally against the wall, and your body, you try to turn it toward the middle of the room as much as you can. This is a pretty deep stretch in the shoulders. Okay? And you maintain it for a little bit. And now you move the arm diagonally. This is the most intense, actually. So keep your arm here diagonally on the wall. Your body is pretty close to the wall. Will you feel comfortable? And you just hold here. Yeah. And let's move on to the other side. First of all, vertical stretch, arm placed against the wall, and then you lean slightly against the wall with your armpit facing the wall. Make sure that your pelvis is slightly tucked in. We don't want to have this curvature and pinching in the lower back. And you hold it here 20 to 30 seconds. I'll move to the horizontal stretching now. And I'm trying to turn my body toward the middle of the room as much as I can. And you hold this stretch. All these stretches are pretty gentle, but they are still efficient. These are inspired from the Iyengar yoga method that I like. Now vertical here, moving our arm in a diagonal position on the wall, and again we push our body against the wall and make sure that the elbow is straight, and hold it here. This is pretty simple. You can do it anywhere. You can do it in the gym, before the practice, after the practice, or even when you travel. For instance, in the airport, in between flights, I actually do some stretching in between flights, and this is one that's very easy to do, very accessible. So yeah. All right, let's move on to another shoulder stretch, and I'm gonna use the belt for this one. Actually, better than the belt, you can use a stick. So something that is more solid, but long enough so you can bring your arms like this, above the head, all the way back to down, yeah? So again, make sure that your elbows are straight, and you just use the length between the arms that you need to. So first times your belt may have a lot of length. It should be pretty comfortable, so don't stretch too far. Yeah, make it gradual and gentle. And then as you progress with your shoulder opening, your length of the belt will decrease. So, yeah. Move it back here and hold it here for a little bit. Make sure that the elbows are straight. Bring it up. So we will do this a few times. Slow and controlled. We don't have to rush this. And where you feel more tension, you can hold it for a little longer. For me, it's this diagonal position. This diagonal point is pretty intense for me. So I want to hold it for a little longer than the others. All right, dancers, so this is a quick stretching routine that you can use anywhere. It should not take you more than 5 or 10 minutes, but ideally you should maintain each position for 20 to 30 seconds or longer and repeat everything 2 or 3 times. I hope to see you next time for more stretching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel or to like my video. Also check out my Instagram account, which is Aisha_dancer, where I post short practices, short videos, all kinds of other things. So check it out. Hope to see you next time. Until then, shimmy shimmy.